Gratitude is spending a few minutes on valuable wisdom. Today I will narrate The Three Fish. One such story is that of The Three Fish, a timeless lesson from Panchatantra, a 3,000-year-old text. On the surface, it looks like a small tale about survival in a lake. But when we expand it, the story is about leadership, planning, problem solving, and the dangers of leaving everything to destiny. Let us delve into a detailed retelling of this story and explore what it means for our modern lives, both in the corporate world and in our personal journeys. The story retold in detail. Long ago, in a large lake surrounded by trees, flowers, and reeds, there lived three fishes. They were close friends, swimming together every day. Though they were companions, their personalities were very different. The first fish, the wise one. This fish was intelligent and far-sighted. It was always alert to changes in the environment. It believed in planning ahead, preparing for problems before they actually arrived. The second fish, the resourceful one. This fish was clever but not as forward-looking. It didn't prepare in advance, but when trouble came, it could think quickly and find ways to escape. The third fish, the negligent one. This fish was lazy and fatalistic. It was believed that whatever was destined would happen, so there was no use worrying or taking action. It spent its time carelessly, convinced that fate controlled everything. One afternoon, as the three friends were swimming near the surface, some fishermen came by. They looked into the lake and saw the fishes swimming in abundance. One fisherman said, "This lake is full of fish. If we come back tomorrow with our nets, we can catch plenty." The wise fish overheard this conversation. Alarmed, it swam back to its friends and said, "Danger is coming. The fishermen will return tomorrow. If we want to survive, we must leave this lake immediately and swim into the canal that connects to the river. We will be safe there." The resourceful fish replied, "My friend, you always worry too much. Why rush? Let us wait. If danger comes, I will find a solution then. Don't panic now." But the negligent fish laughed. "You worry for nothing. Do you think fishermen can decide our fate? Whatever is destined will happen. If it is written in my destiny to live, I will live. If not, no one can save me. Why waste energy trying?" The wise fish did not waste further time. That very evening, it swam through the canal and safely reached another lake. The next morning, the fishermen returned with their nets. They cast the nets wide and trapped many fish, including the two friends who had stayed behind. Inside the net, the resourceful fish quickly devised a plan. It stopped struggling and pretended to be dead. When the fishermen pulled in the net, they threw the dead fish aside, thinking it was useless. The moment it hit the water outside the net, the resourceful fish wriggled back into the lake and swam away, safe. The negligent fish, however, struggled in panic. It kept thrashing and crying out, blaming fate, until finally it was taken out of the water and thrown into the basket. That was the end of its life. The moral of the story. The story tells us three important lessons. Foresight and planning, like the first fish, help us avoid problems before they happen. Adaptability and quick thinking, like the second fish, can save us even when we are caught off guard. Negligence and blind faith in destiny, like the third fish, can destroy us. These lessons apply equally to careers, business, relationships, and personal growth. Let's explore how. Corporate parallels. Lessons for the workplace. The first fish, the planner, risk management in business. In a corporate setting, the first fish represents leaders who believe in risk management and foresight. For example, project managers who anticipate delays, technical leaders who prepare backups, or companies that diversify their revenue streams before a market downturn. Think of businesses that adapted early to digital transformation. They anticipated changes in consumer behavior and shifted to online platforms. During the COVID-19 pandemic, such companies survived while others perished. The first fish is the proactive leader who doesn't wait for a crisis to strike. The second fish, the problem solver, crisis managers. The second fish represents employees or managers who may not plan ahead but are brilliant at solving problems on the spot. In corporate life, unexpected crises, server crashes, supply chain disruptions, customer escalations are common. Employees who remain calm and resourceful in such situations save their companies. For example, when a system goes down just before a client demo, a resourceful team member may quickly come up with a temporary workaround, saving the company's reputation. Such individuals are invaluable. But if they always rely on last minute fixes without long term preparation, they may burn out or fail eventually. The third fish, the negligent employee, the fatalists at work. Every workplace has people like the third fish. They see problems but ignore them. When deadlines approach, they say, let's see what happens. When performance reviews come, they say, promotion depends on luck, not effort. Such attitudes are dangerous. If an employee doesn't update skills, doesn't take responsibility, and blames everything on destiny, sooner or later, the fisherman's net of layoffs or automation will catch them. The corporate world rewards foresight and adaptability, not negligence. Personal anecdotes and reflections. This story also resonates deeply in personal life. Let me share a few parallels. Financial planning. I once knew a family friend who always saved a part of his salary, no matter how small. He believed in preparing for unexpected events, job loss, health emergencies, or education costs. During the 2008 financial crisis, when many lost jobs, he had enough savings to survive comfortably. He was like the first fish. Another friend was like the second fish. He never saved regularly but found ways to arrange money during emergencies by selling an asset, borrowing, or negotiating. He managed, but always under stress. And then there was a third category, those who lived lavishly, never saved, and said, God will take care. When medical emergencies came, they were left helpless. Just like the third fish, they were caught in the net. Health and lifestyle. Planning also applies to health. People who go for regular checkups, eat healthy, and exercise are like the first fish. They prevent problems before they start. Those who ignore preventive care but rush to the hospital when illness strikes are like the second fish. They survive but with greater cost and stress. Those who ignore symptoms, delay treatment, and say, if it's in my fate, I will live, often end up suffering unnecessarily. Career growth. In my own corporate journey, I've seen all three types. Early in my career, I had a colleague who always updated his technical skills. Even before new software tools became mainstream, he was already an expert. When projects demanded those skills, he became the go to person. He was the first fish. Another colleague was not proactive but could troubleshoot brilliantly. When something broke, he saved the day. He was the second fish. And sadly, there were those who never upgraded, never prepared, and simply said, my manager will take care, or my destiny will decide. Many of them were the first to be laid off when the company restructured. Reflections. Why this story matters today. The wisdom of the three fishes is timeless because it reflects human nature. Some of us plan too much. Some of us act only when danger arrives. Some of us don't act at all. Life is uncertain, markets fluctuate, health changes, relationships evolve, technologies advance. The people who thrive are not the strongest, but the most adaptable. That's why Darwin's principle, survival of the fittest, really means survival of the most adaptable. The story also teaches balance. We cannot always predict everything like the first fish, nor can we rely only on quick fixes like the second fish. But we must never be like the third fish, surrendering to fate. Conclusion. Which fish are you? In every decision, financial, health, career, or relationships, we have a choice to act like one of the three fishes. Be like the first fish, anticipate, plan, and act early. Be like the second fish. If caught in a crisis, think quickly and adapt. Never be like the third fish. Negligence and blind faith in destiny bring only failure. The fisherman's net is a symbol. It could be layoffs, illness, financial crisis, or missed opportunities. When the net comes, will you already be safe in another lake? Will you cleverly escape? Or will you get trapped, thrashing helplessly? See you soon with next episode. Yours, the Ravishankar Avadhanam.